music just feels so good. You're on to number one.
Welcome back to Triple Threat FM Radio. You know where it is. It's the Echo Chamber with DJ Echo. And right now, I mean, I'm so excited about this interview. I've been ready. This young rapper is amazing. But hold on, I don't want to jump. Before we get into it, we want to thank our sponsors, Raise Energy Drink. I'm one of their ambassadors, so if you want to go to www.repsports.com, if you want to buy any of their products, use the discount code DJ Echo for 15% off. Again, Raise Energy Drinks. All right, that's enough. We paid the bills. Now it's time to get to the interview. Again, Tampa, Florida rapper Zhalarina. Zhalarina, what is going on?
It was good. That was a dope intro.
Listen. You're a dope artist. All right. So we'll do a little bit of a backstory. So, I'm actually one of those people that likes to scroll through the FYP on TikTok. I like going through it, especially having the platform that I have to be able to bring out new music and give these artists like yourself and like so many others just a little bit more. Just why not go to a few more ears, maybe gain a few more fans. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. And I came across that Tampa flow, and it was over that Hell No beat, and I was like, what? And I mean, just the flow. I mean, it was just so silky smooth, and you were bouncing, and I loved it. Okay, so that's the backstory. So I found you. I immediately, I think I hit you up on TikTok, but I also hit you up on Instagram. I got, I'm a DJ. I do interviews. Let's talk. And boom, immediately we just kind of hooked up from there. All right, so let's get it. If you're ready, I'm ready to do this. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what it is. I'm excited and I'm bouncing everywhere. All right, so let's get the elephant out of the room real quick. So, Zhalarina, is that your real name or is it your stage name? And if it's your stage name, what does that mean?
Yeah, it is my given name. It's my birth name. I've had it my whole life.
Shout outs to mom and dad for that one.
No, for real. Yeah, my mom's dad.
It's got to have some sort of meaning, because that is just a beautiful name.
Thank you. A lot of the time, half of the time, I wish I could give people this big elaborate meaning, and then the other half, I'm happy that I get to create the meaning for it. It doesn't mean any particular thing. My mom created it.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Dejanette, and she loved the je sound, and so she knew that when she named me, she wanted to. I'm her firstborn, so she wanted her first kid to have the je sound in their name, but she didn't have any other plan, and Zhalarina just happened over time as she was thinking about it. But I did learn that I learned when I was a senior in high school that Rina is Hebrew for joyful song.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Right.
All right. I like it. Listen.
Yeah.
It flows so. It's just perfectly for how you flow. It just flows perfectly. All right. So I love that. All right. So when did, because you're young, all right, and you don't have to say your age, but you're a young woman. So when did you start? When did you spit your first bar?
Now that's a mystery. I know I wrote my first full verse when I was 11. I've also been rapping since I was 6, but I had never written out a full 16 that I memorized and performed until I was 11.
Wow. Okay, so you're 11 or 6 or 7 or 9 or whenever you're crazy young, all right, and you just start doing it. How did the family react to that? Because listen, everybody everyone thinks they could be a rapper. Everyone thinks they could be a singer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we always got them supportive parents. They're like, oh, honey, you did really, really good.
Yeah.
So, how did the family take it when you started to spit? And it was like, what? Like, she really got talent.
It was wonderfully is the short answer to that. My parents knew that, like, it's like my whole family, including myself, we've always known that that I would be an artist of some type, because I had all this energy, and I was always like making up stories and writing them and just drawing and all types of stuff, and so it was more a question of, okay, what specifically is she gonna do? And then I remember when I was nearing 11 or at 11, that's when I realized, like, oh shoot, I want to rap, like I want to do it seriously. Like I kind of always knew, but then when I was 11, it was like, that's when I got serious. And then my mom and my dad were all about it. They've always been all about it.
Nice. So you've had that support system from the get-go.
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome. Are there any like rappers or singers, any other entertainers in your family?
Now, my mom is a closeted singer. She wouldn't tell anybody that she sings, but she has a gorgeous voice, and she loves to do it. She's never tried to record a track or write a song or anything, but she did talent shows when she was younger and won them all.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So the bug is there.
Yeah.
The talent has been handed down. The torch has been handed down. All right. So for those that don't know, and they need to jump on this. They need to go and check out your Instagram and your TikTok, and we'll go over all the socials later. But they need to, because besides how you flow, the sound of it is the visual aspect of how you do your videos. And one of the things that caught my eye personally was the fact that, like, you don't take yourself too seriously. Like, you don't go out there and you're like, oh man, I gotta look like, some of the outfits you wear are like super funky, and you're in your kitchen and you gotta like, it's so fun. It's fun, right? You don't curse. Your rhymes are not in any way sexually provocative, none of that kind of stuff. You don't promote drugs, violence, sex, none of that stuff. And in some of your stuff, I get a little bit of spirituality, like kind of embedded in the rhymes. Like, what gives? Like, who the heck made you? Like, what? Are you even allowed to rap? Like, what is going on here?
I am allowed to rap. Yeah, I should have told you too. My mom's brother is a rapper, so I grew up under someone who is a rapper and a singer. I'm very much a product of all the things that I love, or really all the things that have loved me. And so, I love Jesus, and that comes out, every now and again, which is where people get the spirituality. When I came to know Jesus for real, I put down the cursing. I didn't really curse ever, just because my mom wasn't having it. So you would never hear it in my music. And then, when me and God when I got serious about God, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm done with this. Right. And then, I think I love to laugh, and I this is gonna sound real childish, but I love play. I think play is so fundamental to creativity and just inspiration. And so I'm constantly trying to play, and so I think it comes forward in the videos as well. And
it does. It definitely translates, because I mean, you got the flow of the stream of where hip hop is and where rap goes, and then it's like it's little Zhalarina just kind of going upstream, away from everybody, doing her own thing, but you sound so smooth. Like, it sounds like you're not even trying. Like, it's just like, I woke up this morning, I came with 16 bars, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds so good. It sounds so good. All right, so let's go into. I love how you're laughing the whole interview. That's great. So let's go into the Again album. All right. So so okay, just the title Again. What does that mean?
Whew, a lot of things. Again, is kind of abstract. I think the best way that I've been able to communicate to people the mission of the album and why it's called Again is through a lyric that's actually on the album. And it's there's relief in giving up, but I don't need it. And so there's a lot of I guess growth and development that I've experienced as a result of having to do something again, whether it was something I didn't want to do or something I very much enjoyed. And being an athlete and being on like teams, to like being an artist and having to like rehearse, all of those things require like practice and repetition, and doing the same thing repetitively to the point where you start to see some muscles grow, or you start to develop some insights, or you're able to do something without even thinking, without even breathing, or as you said it before, it looks like you're not even trying because you've done it so much. Right. And so again means a lot to me, the idea of doing something again. And so yeah, that's why I named the album.
Okay. All right. So let's go over some of the tracks that are on the album. I mean, first and foremost, just because it's where you're repping. Well, you know what? Before we do that, like how long did it take you to write this album?
Whew,
was it like 3 hours and you were done and that was it? What's up?
I wish it took too long. It took maybe about. I tell people about 6 years, but really a year. A lot of the other 5 years was sort of not being so much of a perfectionist that I don't share my work with the world. And so I really started sharing like a year and a half ago. And that pushed me to produce more and to get the project done. So I've been writing it for a while, but I've been executing it for about a year and a half.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's go over Tampa.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Man, I love my city, and I wanted to dispel the idea that anything out of Florida is trash. And I was away at college and just not necessarily homesick, but home appreciative. Just like, man, I every time I go home from winter break or things like that, like I really enjoy. I really enjoy how much I was able to grow up with, whether it be like the weather, the water, the wildlife, the people, the food, the music, all of it was just wonderful. And so this was an ode to that.
Okay. Now listen, something that was kind of, it might have got lost in what you just said was the fact that you're college educated. Something else, you know, just keep adding things. Just keep adding things. You know what I'm saying? Family oriented. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Spiritually foundation, and you got a college education, repping your city. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's look at Who Want It.
Yeah. Who Want It? I was at Bible study, and I remember just kind of cracking a joke about the gospel and how beautiful it is, and just how at any time, at any place, anybody could get it. I was just like, yo, who want it? And then it was just like this joke, and we giggled and ate, our whatever the heck we were eating that night, and just went forward. But then it kind of stuck with me, and it became this refrain that turned into a hook, that turned into a song. And the song is sort of like about who I am, but the goal of the song is really to say that I am who I am because God is who God is.
Amen to that. Yeah. And that's true. Like, who want it? You want it? Let me know. I'll give it to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit and talk about Jesus real quick. You know what I mean?
For real. I'm that person. You know, people like there's all these TikToks and memes about like, do you have a second to talk about the Lord and Savior? I'm that nigga. Like I will pull up. Yeah. Right.
Okay. All right. So, and it's perfect that I left these last two. Now that we're kind of talking a little bit about spirituality and Jesus, so let's look at Wolf in the City.
Yes. Yeah, so Wolf in the City was definitely it's funny, earlier I was like, dispel the idea that nothing trash can come out of Florida. Wolf in the City is about realizing that I have the capacity to be trash.
Right.
And really it was me sort of sobering up to the idea that as nice as I think I am, as generous as I think I am, as understanding, empathic, whatever, I still have the ability to hurt people, and especially the people that I love, because they're closer to me. And Wolf in the City was me sort of facing some of my thorns, some of the things that make me, a little beastly. Definitely my own pride, my desire to please people, my love for the stage and attention that I get from the stage. And so realizing that, like, if I'm not checking that and managing that well, I'm gonna burn some stuff down. So that's Wolf in the City.
Now, I totally understand it. You know what I mean? It's like the way things are today, and it's been for a while. Like, people would be like, "Oh, okay, well, it's just like everybody else." You know what I'm saying? We talk about the Wolf in the City. Like, everyone thinks that the negativity is the norm. You know what I'm saying? So you would just kind of fit in. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, and I think a lot of us can get caught in that, and and forget that we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be the light. You know what I'm saying? And push the positivity and push that. So I totally understand what you were trying to say with that. And then let's go into Sheep in the Fold. Yes.
So Sheep in the Fold was in every way that I could think of the solution to the wolf. I wrote Wolf in the City and knew I wanted to do a follow-up, and actually decided the name for the song before Sheep in the Fold, before I wrote it. But I knew I wanted to figure out, okay, if I'm not trying to be a wolf, then what am I trying to be? Right. And Sheep in the Fold really is it's kind of responding to the wolfness with, like, humility, instead of so much pride that you're soaked in it and drowning. With prioritizing things such as, like, connection to others and love and wanting to support others rather than the self. Like, those sorts of things sort of, I think, represent what it means to be a sheep in the fold. And the fold is a I guess metaphor for, like, community, for people, for being locked in, for letting folks see you and hear you and have an eye on you, one, to hold you accountable, but then also to know you and love you as well.
Right. Nobody want to be held accountable anymore. You know how that goes.
Whew, it's rough. It's uncomfortable, but it's so beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful to just, to get around some people that you love and trust, who can say, hey, you messed up there. That wasn't it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. If you could collab with one artist and one producer for one song, one epic, I'm talking about slam song, who would they be?
Why would you do this to me? Okay. God.
You gotta dig in for this one.
Okay. So there's this Swedish producer, and I'm about to jack her name all the way up.
That's all good.
But I think her name is Lale.
Okay.
Or Layla. Oh, if you ever hear this, I am so sorry. I really didn't mean to mess up your name like that. And she's just done amazing work producing. Like, she produced Stone Cold by Demi Lovato, which is one of the greatest songs I've ever personally heard.
Okay.
So I would work with Lale or Layla. One artist, just the one?
Yeah, you gotta take a stand on this one. Give me one that, you think this song will be amazing just because the two of you collabing together. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's so freaking hard. Okay. You're gonna make me do this. It's gotta be 3 Stacks. It's gotta be.
Oh snap!
Gotta be. It's gotta be. I just, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I feel like if I didn't go with Andre, it would just be a crime.
gotcha. Okay, okay, okay. So for those that are not on your Instagram, who don't follow you on Instagram, I mean, you was showing off a little hardware. One of your posts, you was showing off some hardware. Okay. Now another, again, let's add this to the trunk of amazing things about you. You got an Emmy,
Yeah.
like a legit gold Emmy, name on it, and all that stuff. Yo, let's talk about this, please.
It's good. Yeah. So I have a show in hip hop. It's hip hop theater, and it's 70 minutes of me playing 6 different characters, and I'm rapping, I'm singing, I'm acting. It's a whole. It tells a story. It's a play. It's a whole thing. And I did like a short. It's called Rose Gold, and I did kind of like a mini tour of Rose Gold. Like I performed at my college. I performed in my hometown. And then I got a couple of different gigs in like Atlanta and Chicago. And then PBS Wisconsin saw it, and I was in school in Wisconsin, and the PBS like headquarters there saw it, and they were like, "We want to work with you. We want to create something with you. We don't yet know what it will be, but we want to do it."
Right.
And then fast forward, we then have the project called The Light, and The Light focused on this like part of my life where me and my mom sort of like not came to blows, but like had a real difficult time over the fact that my first love was a girl. And my mom was like, nah, not really with that. And so yeah, everything from like, you know, her changing my school to, you know, falling out with my dad about it. It was a whole thing. So that series,
This series
that
is like
moment in my
super
life,
personal.
yes, so personal that I didn't want to do it.
Right.
Because they were like, we'd love to, you know, do it about your life because we think your life is cool. And I was like, that's awesome, let's do it. And I was like, we have all of these different stories to choose from. And they were like, yeah, but we want that coming of age, forbidden love.
Yeah,
One that
you know where that
there.
was going.
Yeah, I definitely should have peeked. I was just like, I really would prefer not to do that.
Right,
And they were like, yeah, but we really want you to. So anyway, we ended up producing what was coined in our creators, you know, rooms, like a music cinema series, which is like music videos that tell one full story. And so you have 3 where I'm acting as my mom and myself, and then I've also you know, and then I'm also sort of narrating what happened. So I'm playing my 15-year-old self and then my mom.
Wow.
And they submitted it, and it won an Emmy.
Just won an Emmy, you know what I mean? Little Emmy.
It's crazy. No, it's insane. It's actually wild. I don't even know. I'm still wrapping my brain around it. It happened so quickly.
How long ago was this?
This was so the project, we finished filming in September 2019.
Okay.
And I believe we released we finished in September 2018, and it was released, I think, in May 2019, and then we knew we were nominated for the Emmy in like early 2020.
Wow. Now people get, you know, things get nominated all the time, you know what I mean? But you actually, like, you took it home. Like, do you have like a whole trophy case dedicated to just the Emmy, just like its own thing? You got like LED lights behind it, and
and you know they're out there too. They exist, like whole things that cost like thousands of dollars for you to like mount it and, you know, keep it preserved in. Right now it is in the original case that it came in. My mom is getting a new home, and I gifted it to my mom. So when she gets her new spot, that's when we'll get the case and put it up in there.
Right. So I saw the post on IG he took like these really cool looking photos of you in like a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Super dope, super dope. So first of all, shout out to the photographer.
She's not.
Okay. But it's like, you know, again, like one of the things that I'm getting from you is that you're super, super humble. And I know a lot of people that have won an Emmy. Listen, I'm trying to be as humble as possible. If I won an Emmy, I mean, I'm gonna dedicate a whole month to that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for a whole month, I'm gonna post. And you did like 2 posts, and it was like, all right, back to business.
Yeah.
Like, dang, like, all right, let's go. Like on to new things. And I mean, you got a fan right here. Listen, if nobody ever listens to this show and nobody ever join. Like, I've been following you on IG and TikTok. Like, you automatically got a fan here. You know, I'm a play your music any chance I get. Like, you really are different than the rest. But like your sound is, and I know we're talking about these other things, but your sound is just so slick, man. It's crazy. It's really so. Talking about social media, let's go over that. Because I want you to definitely let people know how they can check out the video series. So let's go over your social media. Let people know how they could follow you, contact you, all that stuff.
Absolutely. So you can find me literally everywhere at Zhalarina as the handle. So that's ZHALARINA. That's social media, that's YouTube, that's all the streaming platforms where you can find my music. And then if you are looking to watch what won the Emmy, you can go to pbswisconsin.org, or you can just type in my name and then the light into your Google search bar, and it'll come up.
Boom. All right. There you go. Super simple. Now, if somebody wants to contact you, you know, hey, I want to book you to do an event. How to do that?
Yes. So you want to contact zhalarina.mgmt@gmail.com. MGMT just being short for management.
That's right, yep.
And then if that's hard to remember, you can go on my Instagram and just follow the email or the contact button, and it'll take you there.
Gotcha. Okay. Shout outs. Let's give some shout outs. Let's shout out the fam. Let's shout out the team. Go ahead.
Yes. Shout out my mom.
Big mom. Let's go.
The original and biggest fan. Shout out to my manager, Mackenzie Berry, who literally is the only reason everybody has my art is because she is making sure that I get it out into the world and don't just keep it to myself. Shout out to all 10 of my nephews and how cute they are. And then shout out my cousin Joelle, who is my best friend.
Okay, all right.
And now, my favorite rapper.
So in your videos, like especially that Hell No one, the hand that came across your head.
Yes.
Who's that?
That's Joel.
That's Joel.
Yes, aka my favorite rapper. I grew up with him. He and I grew up together making music. Right. So that's my dude, man.
Gotcha. And again, I love how it's just like you're in your kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You're in your living room. Yep. Like there's no glitz or glamour to it. Let's just go. I think that the biggest thing for me is the music speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you take your lyrics and your songs and you throw it on a radio, and ain't nobody gonna think about anything else but, yo, this is hot. This is hot. Yeah. So I love that. I love that about what you're doing with your music, because again, it's just against the grain. You know, everyone feels like they gotta, especially female rappers, you know, they feel like they always gotta talk about sex and their body. And it's just honestly, Z, it's refreshing. It's for you to come out here and just say, hey, listen, I got this. Move aside, people. Let's get some new blood into this thing. And I really do appreciate what you're trying to do out here. Okay, so you're out in Tampa. Yes. Where can people see you perform? You got some performances coming up?
Yes, so things are starting to, materialize and solidify now that the world is opening back up. I will have dates up soon, but I want to get a couple just lined up before I announce them all at the same time. I just did a show with the Nappy Roots in Tampa, and so that might
Dope.
materialize. So what ended up happening is the All Nah song. That's a Nappy Roots song that
Mm-hmm.
like my mom grew up playing in the house all the time, and they heard it and ended up having a show for
That's
Fourth of
dope.
July weekend
That's so
in
dope.
Tampa. And so it was just perfect, and they invited me out, and I performed that song with them and did my verse over it.
How did
So
that feel?
it was, oh what man, oh my lord, the tiny version of me was like screaming the entire time. My mom was near tears. It
Oh,
was wonderful.
that's crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, listen, I'm so happy for you. I told you I appreciate what you're doing. I love the music. You got a fan here, and we'll make sure to get the music to all of our DJs, and they'll be able to play it anytime. Um, I mean, I just want to keep the interview going because I just feel like people need to learn more about you. But that's what social media is. So they got all your socials. They'll go ahead and follow you. Please, anybody listening right now, just as soon as this interview is done, I give you permission to stop listening to my show and just go follow her real quick, and then come on back,
Yeah,
and then listen
yeah,
to me,
definitely
and
come
then
back.
when the show is done, then y'all could go dive headfirst into all her stuff. All right, so we're at the end of the interview, and I mean, I just this is just you've been great, and I see so much good coming your way. I really do. I just feel like the game needs your type of style, your vibe. The game needs it. The game is desperate for it. It's starving for it. Fresh and and clean, and I just man, I'm gonna be on the sidelines waiting to see just you blow up, and I appreciate your time. So we're gonna let you introduce this next song, because I've been talking a lot. Nobody came here today to hear me talk. They want to hear you talk. All right, so I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you introduce your track here. Z, thank you so much. That's it. I'm gonna shut up. You do your thing.
Okay. Thank you. All right, y'all. This is Zhalarina. This is my brand new song, Good Yawning. I hope you like it.